Hello everybody, my name is Jagiero and welcome back to Rebuilding a Cyberpunk City. The series where I take this old, unfinished, survival-built cyberpunk city build and rebuild it in a larger scale and a slightly different, more realistic style. In the first episode, I got roughly 3 buildings completed. I say roughly because the interiors, well, they're not done, but I'm not doing interiors for every building in the city, okay? Get over it. So this is a brutalist style parking lot built in, and the brutalism style is something I'm going to be using a lot in the city because I think it has that sort of dystopian edge to it, and I really love that. We have a city hall here, complete with Tommy Lee Jones billboard on the side, because who doesn't love Tommy Lee Jones? And over here is just some sort of, I don't know, office building that's pointy. Yep. Don't need a reason for it not to be pointy. And then a bunch of hover cars, flying cars, roads here. We've got the designs for the roads all done, which is lovely. We've got billboards. We've got lots of space not done. Okay, we've got a lot of work to do on the city. Now this building here, and also that building at the back over there, is they're just sort of placeholders that are going to be replaced by actual proper buildings. I just wanted to get something in to see how it looks, to get the sort of feel of the city as you're going along the streets. Yes, lovely. As you can see, I've just done this little bit here. This is all I've done since the last episode. I've just put a little parking lot here, and we're going to do a small build in this area. We're also going to do a Maglev train system. Station, that's what I'm going to do. Yep. And then I'm going to try and think of a third building as well. I would like to get at least 3 buildings done per episode, and then a bunch of the roads and cars and stuff. Okay, so enough yabbering. How about I actually get along with the first build? So what we're going to do here is build a sort of gas station kind of build, except I guess they don't use gas stations in this future, so maybe it's maybe like a car maintenance store. Whatever. Okay, so maybe not a gas station, but perhaps a place where the cars can charge up, like a little charging station, and then they can go inside the store to buy, you know, different car parts and stuff, like magnetronic gravimicators and fusion coil capacitors and them little tree-shaped air fresheners. Yeah. But really the main purpose of this build was to cover up a bunch of space without obscuring the view of the City Hall. So you can still see the aquarium, you can still see the City Hall sign and all that good stuff. But also it takes up like a little bit of space and just means we can stretch the road out a little bit and, you know, cover up some area. So there we have it, the gas station that's not a gas station. Yes. We have a lovely little car that I've built here. I do really like the design for these cars. Again, this is based off a design by Captain Jack, or Jack Captain on Twitter. Should be linked in the description. He does a lot of cool different vehicles and stuff on Twitter, and I just found a bunch of them when Googling, and I haven't like stolen them because I've changed them quite a lot, but they are definitely based on his design, so I wanted to give out that shout out to him. So there. Check this out. I've done a little extra car here in the car park. This is actually basically the same one that is also inside the big parking lot over there. And I figured something out. Okay, you can actually get into these cars. All right. Okay, so you just have to, you know, you kind of have to walk on top of the car, which is a little bit awkward, I'll admit. But then you open this up, okay, and then look at that. You're inside the car, and of course, I've got the tree air freshener, the classic tree air freshener, which will not change even in the future. Now, I will admit it's okay. It's a little bit hard to see out there, you know, when you're driving along. But obviously, you know, you'll have all hololithic displays. Yeah. All right, so we've got a couple of like little charging stations and stuff here. Now, you know, most of the cars are powered by solar, so they shouldn't technically need charging, but maybe they just need a little bump every now and then. Yes. Okay, let's take a look inside. Oh, the only notable thing really for the outside is there's an ATM on the wall here. Lovely. And in the time lapse I forgot to do this little the little covering on the outer section there. Okay, I forgot. It's fine. Let's go inside. It's fine. People are much faster in the future, therefore they can get through those doors a lot easier than I can. Alright, so we've just got some basic shelves with some products on them. You know, some, what do they call them? Gravimetronificators. Yep, all of those things. Some grindstones and, what were these called? Blast furnaces used for the magnetic stuff for the cars. Very simple inside. Okay, nothing really in particularly special about it, but I just wanted to do a little something, you know. At some point maybe I will come along and finish up a lot more details in these interiors for the buildings, but for now I'm more bothered about the exteriors for sure. Alright, so where do I go from here? So we're going to have the roads intersect along this section here. Along there's going to be the train station here. And then another building over here. So we're going to have this road curve all the way around that sort of area. Okie dokie. So where do I go now? Let's do a little building I've got planned for this area right here. So I've still got plenty of work to do on the interior, but you know what? The exterior is looking a little bit, I don't know, there's something just, something missing. So there we have it, the Batman hologram, because this is clearly futuristic Gotham City. No? Maybe the police are just so desperate that they're trying to drag Batman from Gotham City. I don't know. Okay, this is the Batman Beyond thing, by the way. That's why it's red. Okay, if you're wondering, they need to do a movie of Batman Beyond. Okay, hear me out, right? One of the worst Batman movies ever is Batman and Robin with George Clooney. Okay, you bring back George Clooney to play old Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond. Someone take that idea, Hollywood, okay, and just do it, please. Alrighty, so let's have a look around the place. So we've got the lovely sign going around here. Police, police, yep. Politiet, yep. I just basically I looked at different languages, how they what the words they have for police, and just took them and put them on here. If they look kind of look like they would fit and look nice on it, okay. And this one, it was supposed to be the sort of glitchful, mock Korean Japanese style thing, but ended up looking like a bunch of animals, so I just went with it. Okay, just random, all right? So we've got cow, the octopus, Rocky and Bullwinkle, and fox. I don't know, okay? It's the Glitchful City language. Maybe they speak in animal noises. It's the future, okay? And this sign for the top worked out really well, actually. So if you look, it says Glitch Fall City Police Department all the way around, and it's ended up with a 5-block gap in between. It's worked out perfect. Essentially, you've got like a 3-block gap in between each word, and then a 5-block gap at the end of it. It's just worked out so perfectly. And I didn't even like plan it like that. It was just pure serendipity. I never get to use the word serendipity. It's beautiful. All right, so I put the numbers in for the landing bays here. So this is where the flying police cars can come in and just land. And then you can disembark from them and walk around here to get into the inside. Where is it? Jag, did I actually put... Please tell me I put a walkway and a door. Okay, here we go. Excellent. It was on the number 1 side. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So since the time lapse, I've actually put in this central pillar. So this is the elevator essentially, and then you have different walkways going off to the different levels, and that's how people get to each level. All right, let's start from the bottom. Okay, we've got the front desk in here, very nice. We've got some like monitor screens and stuff, and they've got like power cables and whatever. Okay, I don't do interior decorating. I don't know. I'll come back to it and add some more stuff eventually. It's fine. Okay, but you've got access to the elevator at the back of that. You've got like waiting rooms in each corner, you know? Yeah? Okay, very nice, very cool. Let's go up to the next level, which is here. This one I haven't really decorated. This is just a walkway all the way around. Maybe like a canteen or something on there. Do police departments have canteens? They do in the future. The future is bright. All right, and then this level, just a bunch of like office rooms and stuff. I don't know, for like interrogations or something. I don't really know. Just a bunch of rooms. Then up to the next floor, which is so we've got this black thing going all the way around. This black stone walls with windows, and it's one long ring all the way around. Now I could segment these off into different rooms. Like that would be perfectly fine. You know, I could do that. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary. These roofs these ceilings do not look very nice at all. Okay. I'll figure something else out for that. And I go up to the next floor again, just a bunch of offices. The next floor is once again a ring all the way around. How many more floors we've got? This is the landing bay floor. So we've got like the hazard stripes around it. Very cool. Big open landing area again, and then more offices, and then another... Oh no, this is not full of rings. This is where I have separated them off into little rooms and stuff. Again, I haven't really decorated it, but what would I put in them? Just like desks and stuff? I don't really know. But that's it. That's pretty much it. Hopefully before the end of the episode, I do remember to do some flying cars going into the landing base. That would probably be a good idea. Yes. All right, but swiftly moving on to the next build, because we've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to do a road going all the way along here, and eventually it will link up around that sort of area. And then here we're going to do the Maglev train station. Okay, so there we have the Maglev train station all done. There's going to be a few of these around the city. I think this is on the south side, therefore big S, if you're wondering what that's for. What's the C mean? And the 1? Random, I don't know. South Central, platform 1. Just made that up. Improvised. Alright, so here is the train itself. One tiny detail, or one large detail that I'm a little bit sad about is the fact that the train station canopy sections here kind of obscure the train a little bit. But that's okay, because we'll have multiples of these trains about the place anyway, running along the tracks. I've extended the tracks all the way over to there. This was just to sort of see how it would look on a curve, and yeah, I think that works fine. I can carry on this pattern. We have this sort of border separating the sort of main city with this outer section here. And out here, I think I'm going to do it like all kind of run down buildings. Not like slums, or maybe like slums even. I don't know. Something where it's just not as clean and nice as the inner city. We can get a little more textures about the place. And check it out, I've had a little bit of life here. So we've had a car that has clearly run into the fence, crashed into it, and then the authorities have just moved it to the side for now, and it's burnt out. Yeah, I like it. And people have like stolen all the little magnetic stuff and the solar panels and all that from it. I like it. It's pretty cool. Okay, the only thing I don't think you haven't seen on camera is the interior. So let's go check it out. If I can get in before the door closes. So this is just the front of the train. Really, really simple. I don't do interiors, so I don't really know what to do. But you've got like the controls for the train. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through to the sort of carriage section. Essentially just a whole bunch of seating. You have some trays at the back here. You've got the little thing to say where you are. I love these with the little squares that you can take off. I open up the character map and just copied a bunch of the little squares from that and just stick them in. And then use a glow ink to make them stand out. Nice. And then we go through here. So this is like the joining section of the train. And the next second carriage is just the same. Okay, it's just exactly the same as the first one, but that's okay. We've got this cool little opening here. I like this. You can't put... I've had to use these trapdoors as doors because you can't put doors on other trapdoors. Or stairs, which is really annoying. Or you can't do them on the right side upstairs. Anyway. But yeah, nothing to really shout about for the train. It doesn't necessarily look too futuristic, like more like just a regular train, which is one thing I was a little bit not too happy with, but you know, I can figure something out for the next one. This is just a little trick I've done here using the debug stick. Okay, you can change the direction of certain blocks and stuff, including levers, so it looks like it's got this contraption holding up this other contraption. I don't know. Okay, so other than the train, the station is like quite a large piece. It stands out, it's bright, you know, it's got these neon signs to it and stuff. And then on this side, it's a little more broken up. There's a few bits of glass missing and stuff. And then like the whatever these are supposed to be are all cracked and beaten up and that. Yeah, because this side, the sort of outskirts of the city, like I said, are supposed to be a little more run down and that. Okay, now the track's going to carry on probably around there and around there, and it's going to go all the way around the sort of main areas of the city. So it's going to be a really like long track. Now this is not the monorail track. That's going to be completely different. The monorail's actually going to be up a lot higher, and I think I'm going to make it, instead of having like posts going up and holding up the track will actually be above the monorail, and it'll be like hanging from it, something like that, just to do something slightly different. Anyway, okay, so the next building we're going to work on is in this area here, and it's basically just going to be a big sort of office building, or maybe like a residential building, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So there we have the new residential building in the city. Honestly, I just wanted to go for a really weird shape, or quite a few weird shapes put together for this build, and I think I've pretty much nailed that. To be honest, it's very simple actually. Just a bunch of stripes at the bottom, circle, kind of weird angled thing here, and whatever this is. Yes, actually, if you look at this from this angle over here, if you look at the build up like that, it's a bit of a it's an unfortunate shape that I didn't really notice until way down into the design process. I'll just gloss over that. It's fine, okay? It's totally fine. We've got something of the it's sort of a new language for the Glitchfall city. It's different from this sort of Korean inspired one. I just wanted something a little bit extra different because, you know, the cities will have all these different languages and stuff. So yeah, this side is not actually decorated, you can see along here, because I think I'm going to have another building butted right up onto it, right up next to it. So that's why that's like that. I may do some at the top. We'll see how that goes. But we've got a really nice space here for another building. And one of my problems with the sort of buildings around this area is there's a lot of sort of space between them all. There's sort of wide open areas, and that's kind of the opposite you want for a cyberpunk city, really. They tend to be on like all the buildings just jammed in together, and every space is filled. So that's what's going to happen more from the future. All right, but that's the outside view of it. I couldn't think of the word. We've got these nice balconies inside here with the cool lighting inside this big circle bit. I like that. On this side we have the black and the white on the right, so the black on the left, the white on the right. On the opposite side, it's the opposite way. We've got the white on that side and the black there, you know, just to mix it up, I think, really. What to say about the outside? Not really too much. Let's go inside. So the entrance is here. It seems a bit weird. There's only like one entrance and it's kind of hidden there, but that's just how it's worked out, I think, really. Okay, so I didn't actually do any of the interiors on the time lapse, but I've just gone in and just sort of blocked in some interior spaces, really. I haven't done too much decorating exactly. This is like just a front desk kind of thing. Are they called concierges? Is that what they're called? The people that like the kind of look after the building? I don't know. I can't remember. The guy at the front desk? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, a lot of the buildings or those sort of apartments on the lower floors are just like this. Okay, really small one-room apartments. You can imagine like you have like a kitchenette and a bed, basically, in these. So these would be like the cheaper apartments. That was kind of my thinking for this. This actually is an elevator shaft that I have not put the elevator car in, just so that I could have access to go up and down easily enough without having to change to spectator mode. I'll put it in, it's fine. Let's go up to the second level. Once again, smaller apartments, one-bedroom apartments, one-room apartments, and at the end we have one with a larger window, which is making this one a little more expensive than all the others. Yes, get that money in. And then up onto the next floor, we have the much larger apartment suite. Okay, so this is inside that circle section of the building. We have the balcony out here. I hope I put a button on the other side. I did. Excellent. Yeah, so we've got these like lovely balconies that you can look out onto the space of nothing. Great. That'll be filled in soon. It's fine. Okay, let's go back in here. So again, I haven't really decorated it, but you can imagine just separating this off into different rooms for the bedroom and the kitchen area and things like that, or just leave it open. You know, it's the future. Maybe they have just all open plan. I don't know. These windows give you a lovely view of the Maglev train track there. Very good. You've actually got two sections for the balcony, so you can go on, or two balconies, so you can look at that side or the other side. So I have a lovely view of the police station. Yeah, worth it. And then the floor above, much of the same really, just with slightly larger windows, so you get a little bit of a better view. In fact, it looks very nice over here. I would actually rather like windows like this. You've got lovely drapes even, and black. My favourite colour. Actually, it's purple, but they've got lots of purple as well, so there. And again, the third apartment suite above has just got so much of the same, but with higher ceilings, essentially. A little more industrial things. Did I put chains? I did. I even put the chains, hanging them on. Excellent. Well done. That's about as far as I go for interior decoration, I think. Again, But you could imagine separating off into the different areas, the kitchen, the bed. It doesn't matter, you know. And I don't want to do too much work on the interiors. Okay, there's going to be lots of buildings. I can't spend that much time. This video has been delayed enough already. All right, so for the next one, much larger open area, much brighter. Got this lovely anti-privacy window here. Maybe like you press a button and it just the glass turns like opaque. Yes. Maybe. Some lovely windows here. Again, you can imagine just separating off the spaces into whatever areas of your apartment that you want. Up here, the same, just a little bit, with this section there, just a little bit smaller. And again, up there is just a little bit smaller and smaller. And then no extra section here. Technically, I could have, but this is like 1 block wide because of the glass. So I thought, nah, it wouldn't make any sense in this futuristic cyberpunk world with hover cars and, yeah. Right, so that's that. The building pretty much done. I haven't really done anything too special with it other than a few shapes and stuff. I've got lots of end rods to give it more like a neon lighting effect kind of thing. And then there's also slightly hidden lighting, like recessed lighting behind those sections there, which I thought was pretty cool, actually. I like the look of that. Yeah, we've got some open windows here. Yeah, buildings with windows. It's, yeah. I'm a genius builder, clearly. Okay, so I've dotted a few more cars about the place, as you can see here. So we've got this this rather sporty-looking kind of roadster thing here. Very nice. We have this like scooped front where you can see the what do they call these? The gravificators? I don't know. And then a very cool spoiler. Oh, actually, that's broken. Why is that broken? There, fixed. Excellent. Why did that break? Oh, because maybe I jumped on it and it tripped the trapdoors and they broke. Anyway, it's fine. It's fixed now. So yeah, very cool colors, I guess. Orange or red. I'm colorblind, so this is orange to me, although it's called red sandstone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is actually orange. Anyway, and white. Yeah, why not? Okay, and that's being chased by this sort of bulkier police cruiser kind of truck thing. Yes, with the Glitchfall City Police Department sign on it, just so you know that it is a police truck. For the police sort of things around here, the vehicles, I've gone with the purple sort of underlayer, white on the upper layers, and then black around the wheels and extra bits at the back and stuff like that. So that's the sort of color scheme for the police vehicles around the place. Nothing too fancy about this, really. You know, it's very similar to the truck I have. You can't see it's over there. Yeah. Okay, and that's chasing this car, and then it's going to be cut off by also we've got this police interceptor car kind of thing. Yeah, which is cool. We've got a big chunky grille on it. It's looking pretty sleek. Got a nice spoiler. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Glitchfall City Police Department. I don't really know what to do with these signs. I could do like registration things on them, but I kind of figured this just looks more interesting, I think, and glowy. Yes. Very cool. Any others? Oh, there's one special one, I guess. I could dot a few more of the police interceptors around the place, you know, just to fill up some spaces and that. I think that would be all right. But the next one is actually up here. So this is a lovely flying police cruiser thing. Yes, so that's going to land on these things. And you can see I've put these like. I've just discovered that trapdoors are cool. Okay, so, I mean, not trapdoors. What are they? Pressure plates. Pressure plates are very cool for decoration. So have you been just spamming those everywhere? But yeah. So for this, it's very similar to the other flying car that we did over there, right? Because you've got this like these front kind of prongs there that I don't really know what they're for, but I just like the look of them. That's the other truck I was going to point out earlier on. So the police truck is kind of similar to that, sort of similar shape to it. But yeah, so it's got these prongs at the front. I've just made them slightly smaller. I've got a big chunky grille with some light inside it, you know, because why not? That's the, yeah. And then, yeah, again, going with the purple underneath, the black around the front and the back, and then the white on top, and then just sort of stuck the purple in just to break it up a little bit there. You've got underneath, you have the, what are these? I was going to make up a fancy word for these. That's the thruster. The I'm not making up words. The thrusters, okay, that keep it in the sky, okay, and then you have one at the back as well. I'm terrible at making up words for these things. I don't know. It's a fusion gravity fusion thruster. There you go. You got a very technical aerial. Okay, it's the future, but they're still using these chunky aerials. Why not? Okay, why not? This one, you can actually sit in it. Okay, you press that, and then you sit there, and then you get shoved inside it like that. And you can see nothing ahead of you, but that's fine. Okay, I've got a little separator between this cab and the next one, and then a metal separator between this one and where you put the prisoner transport in the back of it. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty nice. What did I want to mention for this? Oh yes, my favourite part actually about this is this bit here. Now, being in a creative world and having the debug stick allows you to flip these levers and put them into weird positions and stuff. And that's what I've done here. That's how I've made that. I just think it looks cool. You know, it looks like a kind of, I don't know, like a security, a safety bar kind of thing. I'm not so sure. I don't know. But extra lighting for it, so that it's great. I was kind of thinking, okay, so these prongs that stick out a little bit, maybe when they come to land, they could like lean forward and the prongs connect into these things here, and then it just lowers the back end to land. You know, or am I just thinking too much about it? Probably. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this episode. Oh, what I will just do, okay, because a lot of Cyberpunk City builds, they only do them at nighttime, so that they get all the fancy lighting, stuff like that. Now with this build, I purposely set out so that it would look great in the daytime, rather than just looking good at nighttime. But I thought I'd just, let's just check out what it is. And you can see on the bottom there, I've already tried this, so that's just exposed me, I guess. I might be recording this for the second time because I said a lot of words incorrectly. Okay, fine. Time, set, night, go. So that's what it looks like at nighttime. Okay, so with all the lights shining and stuff like that. Now, you can see there's a really high contrast between, for instance, where we've got the lights here, and then the rest of the build just looks all in like complete darkness and stuff. I didn't like that at all. If I was building this specifically for like a nighttime build, I would obviously have changed all that and maybe put some lights where these windows are and stuff, you know, but I haven't. I wanted this to look good in the daytime as well. But, you know, it looks cool with the lights around the place, especially the lights behind the billboards. I think is a really cool effect. We've got all the end rods around this these windows here, which is cool. And the lights in the signs and stuff that I've done. This building in particular looks really cool with this sort of glitch fall symbol thing there, that sort of graphic there. I really like that. That's pretty cool at nighttime, actually. I'll give it that. Yeah, so these lights here, they look pretty cool as well, but you know, I want to do a daytime build rather than a night one, so let's set that back. So if you wondered what time I always set my builds at for daytime, I usually have them at 3000. I think that's just a cooler time. Maybe it looks a little bit bright here, but I like it. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, what I should have done is this. I should have checked out the bat symbol at nighttime. Oh yes, perfect. Zoom in. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so that's why all the end rods are sort of floating in between it. You know, maybe it wouldn't make too much sense for a hologram, but it just makes it look better like that. Yes, I like that. And the light beams streaming out there. You have no idea how long it took me to get them in the right angles. Too long. All right, but that's it for today's episode. I have accomplished my goal of having 3 new buildings, so that's cool. And I've done the train station as well with the Maglev train. I've got some more cars about the place, set up the road a little bit. Oh, I forgot to mention, I've done a little bit of road elevation here, so it's gone up a block there, and then it's going to go dip down for this section here, just, you know, because I don't want the entire city to just be flat. All right, so I thought I'd just mention that as well. And again, we're going to have one of these trains further along the tracks around the city. The train track will be surrounding the entire city. So that's the sort of general thing that I'm going for with the train tracks. And then later on, we'll have the monorail, you know, floating around the more sort of inner sections of the city. Alright, but as I said, that is it for today. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you'd like to see more, click the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.